I'll give you a hint.
Dick Clark.
I didn't even give you the hint yet.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Give you a hint.
I'd like to phone a friend.
I'll give you a hint. David Letterman.
Oh, his band leader.
Paul Schaefer.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
He's gay.
Yeah, Mark. He's
Not
gay.
that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Classic Seinfeld.
Okay, we are obviously doing some LJN WWE wrestling superstars from, I believe, 1984 to 87?
84 to 89.
85? What did it say again?
84 to 89.
84 to 89. Okay.
But let me tell you something, Mean Gene. The last set in 89 was only released in Canada, and they had black carding. We'll put up a post-edit thing.
The black card.
But it was like a black strap, like Andre from WrestleMania 3, an Ultimate Warrior, Rick Rude, Haku, Harley Race, and I believe one other guy. Oh, yeah.
Who's this guy? Let's start with him. Who's this guy right here?
That is Ted Arcidi.
He does not skip leg day, but he obviously is a little bit on the HRT. Let's say that a little roided out.
He's on the gear.
No crotchal region, little shrunkage there.
Ted Arcidi. Actually, I don't even remember him from the WWE.
I don't either, to be honest with you.
You know.
Are these all WWE, or are these? Am I just saying that because I am used to them being from AWA?
No, these are all.
Because a lot of these are AWA boys.
Yeah, they were all once Vince bought all the guys up and been like, hey, I'll pay you more. Come up to the WWF from AWA, NWA. They licensed LJN licensed with WWF from 84 to 89. And it just coincided with WrestleMania 1, the beginning of Hulkamania.
So there's like 71 total, like 64 main ones. Then they have like the variants.
That's all there is for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, hold these up real quick, Mark. Bobby the Brain is one of the more well-known variants with the shoulder. There's the
Look at
shoulder.
the hair.
See, he's got like the little
Good color.
squiggly lines on his shoulder pads there.
Bobby the Brain.
Oh, I do see that.
So all of these.
He looks a little fatter too.
I gave all these a good cleaning. I mean, and I'm probably gonna go clean them again now that you've dirtied their souls.
I soiled up their souls by saying something like that.
Oh, also, you guys were talking about music when we started out with. You guys remember this guy from a certain music video?
Brandon just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
And he was Mario. Or Luigi.
Oh, yes, he was Mario.
Yeah.
You're
in
right.
Live action.
You're right.
Yeah, Captain
Thank
Lou
you,
Albano.
sir.
The only guy I've ever seen that actually had rubber bands in his skin and his cheeks.
Right?
Isn't that crazy?
Look at that.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, look in his face. It's
Here,
in his
give me
face.
that. I'll put that one up next. All right, you guys go. What's next?
Well, these guys come with the belts.
Yeah, the British Bulldogs, the Dynamite Kid, and Davey Boy Smith, R.I.P.
So I mean, the ones I bought didn't have the belts. I tracked the belts down. I bought a Brutus Beefcake that had a belt and a Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Greg DeHemo?
Hemo. It's Hemo time.
It's Hemo time.
Sammy Hemo time.
Yeah, I like Sammy Hago.
Sammy Hago?
Sammy Hago's awesome.
Hago was very awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Let's continue.
This guy, let's see if Chad can guess who it is.
I want to say that's Randy Orton.
No.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you know who he is.
That is, I can't remember his name. He was a heel.
What if I told you it started with a P?
I still wouldn't remember, my friend.
He was like Hogan's buddy and then turned on him.
Yeah, I remember him because
He teamed up with Randy Orton's father
yes, thank you.
and Rowdy Piper.
Thank you. What was his name?
Mr. Wonderful. Paul Orndorff.
Paul Orndorff. Yeah.
Oren.
Is that like orange?
You glad I didn't say
Paul
Dorf?
Orndorff wants to mess with my microphone.
Why does he want to do that?
Because he's Paul
Here,
Orndorff.
put up the Freddie Blassie too, because they had different ones. They had the wrestlers and they had a small amount of managers.
Talking about small, Brandon.
Yeah, made Mr. Fuji, and he's missing. Mark's missing 2 accessories from these guys. They both came with canes to hit their opponents with.
Could I just say that? Put that Mr. Fuji back up.
Mr.
And
Brandon.
I was going to say
is.
you
It
could
is.
penguinize him.
Oh, that'd be
you
a good
could.
penguin.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, see.
Both these guys came with canes.
He's a big dude. Look, he barely fits on here. Is this one of the later versions? Because he seems to be a little bit bigger than the other ones.
Came out of the first wave.
Yeah, he was
probably
on
one
the
of the earlier ones when they didn't have the size properly.
Oh, okay. What do you got next?
So these two guys, representing Mother Russia and Iran. And yeah, I did it. I bought some flags for them. I know people are going to be like, oh, you guys supporting Russia and Iran. No, I'm not supporting Russia and Iran. I just remember these guys had the flags when I was a kid. I saw someone with the display with the flags, like, that's pretty cool. I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, wait, side note, though, Nikolai Volkov. I saw him wrestle Doink the Clown at the Wildwood Beach Boardwalk in New Jersey.
Well, I saw you wrestle a midget at a bar.
Dude, you're not supposed to talk about that.
I saw that.
You're not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, it's that kind of bar.
I could barely see it because it was so low.
Wasn't it the Blue Oyster?
Yes. Speaking of the state that we're in.
Okay, can I just say I had one of those, and you guys saw the picture of them.
Did you have the blonde or the brown hair?
It was the...
You had the blonde mint on card.
Yes, and it was mint on card.
Oh, you should have given that to me for my birthday.
Well, I can't take you anywhere.
I know.
So
I refuse to take him with me, so you can have him.
Yeah, well, I like to put. I usually put like some kind of a restraining thing on him.
I'm gonna go through a little bit of a phase. Just a quick few that I'm gonna show.
Look at how excited you get when you got wrestling guys on you.
Super
and
excited.
why are we doing this?
Around November, I bought a lot of these, 10 of them for $100. So I got them for like $10 a piece. They all, like the Ted Arcidi was one. You see how clean that was? And most of them are really clean. So I was like, oh man, it's like, these are kind of cool if I can track them down for cheap. I kind of want to get these. And then like I went to the next swap, literally, I think I bought that in October.
Right.
The next swap I went to literally, Mark Eckerman, shout out to Mark Eckerman. I gave you a bunch of money. Thank you. I got some good deals. So he had.
Well, wait a minute. Why also? So did you notice that, B, that he made this about him? But really, I wanted to say is because that.
Yeah, there's also a little event happening this weekend.
Yeah, ass.
Royal Rumble, baby.
Yes.
30 men over the top rope.
But not to. I just want to say this because Mark and I work literally a block away, a kitty corner from each other, and I go over there every once in a while on my break.
Every day.
And not every day.
Every other day.
But when I do go over there, I just happen to one day.
Twice a day.
He gets all of his deliveries to his work, and all of a sudden, everybody knows that he gives me shit about like being addicted to some print stuff. This guy, all of a sudden, the postman comes up and goes, "Which one is this today? Is this the Macho Man Randy?" Don't lie.
He thought I had autographed cards.
Hey, Mark, what else did you get?
So these I got at the swap in like November. A lot of these had like the hat, like you see Cowboy's got his hat, Roddy's got his plaid skirt. It's
Who's the guy that put those back up? I know who Roddy is, but who's the other one?
Cowboy Bob Orton. That's Randy Orton's dad.
Oh, that's Randy's dad. Okay.
Yeah.
Got her on. They did one where he was doing the Braveheart look. I really liked when he did the Brave.
They did a classic Superstars Jack Pacific one of that.
Oh, did they really?
Brandon likes the one with Roddy without the skirt.
I do.
Brandon
like
likes
the Miss Elizabeth
any
one
man without a skirt.
But you know what a lot of people do with these is they customize them, so you could always make the Braveheart one if you wanted.
That's true.
If you found like a cheap Piper. Just hold on to that a second there, Chief.
Yeah, go.
So I just want to show the ones that kind of had like the accessories quick because I don't want to have to deal with them. So this is our guy, Billy Jack Haynes.
Wow.
Oregon.
Yeah, I remember him because I lived in Oregon, but I just realized that he does look like Billy Jack from the movies. He took that idea.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he took that shtick.
Don't go messing with the country
Hacksaw
boy.
Jim Duggan.
No.
Yeah, they say that you can still hear.
That's not Hacksaw?
Hillbilly Jim.
Oh, I forgot.
Maybe the best gimmick ever. They just
I don't know. There was a lot of hillbillies.
He's
if
just
you
a
think
yokel
about it.
sitting in the crowd, and he comes in and helps
I remember
Hulk
that.
Hogan.
I remember that.
You know,
Legend has it you can still hear him giving his acceptance speech to the Hall of Fame. Like he took the longest.
I'm leaving Mr. Fuji up here for a reason. Go ahead. The Funk?
Yep. The
Yep.
Funker.
Thank you.
the Funker, Terry Funk.
Terry Funk. From
This,
Minneapolis, right?
No, Texas.
Didn't Terry? What was Terry Funk's claim to fame? Didn't he fight Muhammad Ali? Didn't he wrestle him?
That was.
Are you sure?
He did it. That was Andre the Giant and then Antonio Inoki in New Japan.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Go ahead.
This guy's more
Outback
popular
Jack?
down under.
Not familiar.
Outback
was a-
Jack. He's Australian.
Yeah, when was that? That must have been later, huh?
That
Is that
was
Slick?
Slick?
They made one of Slick.
So the funny thing is, all these Slicks, the nose is kind of worn down, and you can see I kind of got one where the nose isn't worn down.
No, that's just frostbite.
So, like you said about the nose, like that's a pretty good $1 Million Man. His face is normally torn apart.
You know, he was really one of my favorites, and I didn't realize until later on in life that he's like from a whole family of wrestlers.
Yep.
And I had no
Yeah,
idea
just like the
that.
Ortons.
They do a really good job of concealing the. Is that the same?
So when I bought,
Oh, that's Kenny Rogers.
Right? Kenny Rogers Roasters.
you know why I got into music? Because of the chicks, man.
Yes.
No, but
It's a variant, obviously.
Because the money, he said.
Yeah.
But you see, this one's a custom.
Oh,
I got both
okay.
for $100. This
So-
one goes pretty good, well by itself.
Well, I would say that custom's kind of dope and cool in the sense that can you still resell? I mean, would you pay for it, man? If my
I got both of those for $100.
Okay, so that's kind of a cool bundle together.
I could
Bundle
probably sell
them.
the custom for 60.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
gotta find a big collector too.
Now
He's
this
a
is one of
hard-
the more expensive ones. I paid like $140 for this one just because he had his crown. The thing is, like the accessories
Harley
sometimes can
Race.
cost you about $30 just to get the hat,
Right,
or the
right.
crown.
But he was a black card too. That's why he's even more expensive.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that they made it. Yes, grab him. Never mind, Brandon.
Well,
Go
Here
ahead.
comes crashing
And then
down.
JYD's got his little chain on his neck.
Junkyard
You couldn't do
Dog.
that now,
No.
you know.
Well, I mean, he got that from Mad Dog Vachon.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
For sure he did.
is Mad Dog still alive, Vachon, or did he just
No,
pass recently?
No, he passed a while ago, but his daughter.
No, I think she died.
She died a couple years
okay.
ago. That's
I like
Big
Mad
John
Dog.
Studd. Andre the Giant did not like Big John Studd
Why not?
because he wanted, Andre's the Giant. This guy was like 6'11".
The
He
next
doesn't want
best
another
thing.
guy competing.
Is he still around?
Yeah. No, Big John Studd passed away.
Rest in peace. All right, what else we
He
got?
should. Jake the Snake should have a snake accessory. But
Jake
it's
the
hard to
Snake should be dead, and he is
I
not.
actually,
find. Yeah, he should be.
I don't even
Two
want to
times
hear
over.
it. I actually bought another Jake the Snake with the snake. So this one I'm gonna probably sell at the swap. I'm buying the lots. I got a lot of doubles. These are just. I didn't bring any of the doubles over here except for the $1 Million Man. But I did get a lot of doubles. I'll probably be flipping those at the swap,
Okay.
because I got decent. And just to be bringing these to the state of Minnesota and the kind of conditions that I've seen these in.
Yeah.
All the ones I got are like, they're not.
I would say we're
perfect.
probably a bigger wrestling state than Texas.
And wrestling.
I
look,
feel like it's even just from the history.
Shut up, Brandon.
Wrestling's blowing up
Nobody's
again
talking to
too
you.
because of
Yeah.
like the Netflix deal,
Yeah.
and the Rumbles on Saturday.
Oh,
No.
oh, look at that.
But also,
Oh yeah, brother.
It was
Macho
mainly
Man
just Macho.
married her.
Macho Man, and then wasn't Rick Rude?
no, that was just a story thing.
Oh, that
That
wasn't
was
real.
a rumor, but
Hulk Hogan probably.
but Macho Man
Probably.
was so overprotective of her that like, and that's what caused one of the rifts in real life. They did a storyline between Macho and Hogan, but he thought that Hogan had caused the divorce.
Oh, wow, the Killer Bees. One of them has an album, rap album.
Jumpin'
Oh.
Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Seems like B. Bryant should have the Wrath album with.
You know what did? So
Yeah,
we know
Steve
Jumpin'
Ryan.
Jim Brunzell. We put that one up, but who's the other guy?
B. Bryant Blair.
I don't know him from anything.
No, he mainly was just part of the Killer Bees.
You could know him from Rick.
he-
Rude.
he
You
did
could
Florida.
re-Rick Rude him.
He was a high flyer. He could do a drop kick pretty much. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, because of they called him Jumpin', he literally had one of the best drop kicks at the time. B. Bryant Blair had an amazing drop kick as well. So like
Who?
Nice.
Hercules
Hercules.
Hernandez.
I never liked him. Just saying, you know. You guys are both excited because you're pulling one.
Colonel
Sanders.
Nope.
Corporal Kirshner.
Oh yes.
I actually
yes.
met his son. His son lived in an apartment below my.
He
brother.
has about.
Oh,
like,
Brandon dated him for a
yeah.
while.
He's
He
a
has
big
about
guy,
10. He has
Brandon.
a 10
Lucky.
variants.
What a catch.
Brandon's. He says he's a 10. So
No, he has 10 variants.
King Kong Bundy.
My brother got on an elevator with him. All three of my brothers and my dad and their friend got on the elevator and they're like, there was no room in the elevator.
I was gonna say, did they make it? Because
Yeah.
that I would have been afraid of.
wait
I would
a
have
minute,
left.
man.
I'd be like, whoa, that's too much weight.
And then
yo.
during the match, because it was at the Met, my brother's friend's dad was like, he's one ugly mother, and he looked at him just like this. He was like,
What did? That's some balls. What movie was he in with Richard Pryor?
stir crazy.
Nope.
Money.
Getting
Silver
close. Nope.
Million?
Money
Nope.
Train.
And who else was in that?
Gene Wilder, my
Morris
guy.
Day.
Morris Day
Moving.
too?
The movie Moving.
Oh.
Yeah, he played one of the movers.
Oh.
Anyways, stupid things that I know. Anything with Morris Day,
So
I'm gonna know
here's
about.
the regular Hulk.